condor is lost. There is no hope for men.
Alright folks, how you doing? Welcome back. So somehow my camera's working. I don't know how long it's going to last for. Let's hope it lasts for a few minutes at least, so you can all stare at my ugly mug. But the thoughts crossed my mind that I'm going to create not one but two alternative channels in the near future. And not only that, but all the videos I'm going to be uploading to them, I'm going to be also putting up on social media as well, because I've been sitting on my hands for way too long now. I should have been on this much sooner. So I'm kind of kicking myself now that I didn't think of it quicker. But the second alternative channel is going to be called Academy of the Hellenes. The first alternative channel, Tribe of Judah, which I've already covered before extensively. And there is a lot of overlap between Hebrew and Hellenistic history, but there are also, as well as similarities, there are distinct differences. And I was looking at a lot of the presentations I was preparing for Tribe of Judah, and I'm thinking, this is really not compatible, because Tribe of Judah is all about the Scottish connections with the Judaic waves of migration, as covered in When Scotland Was Jewish, these Sephardic tribes coming from southern France and from Spain and Portugal, pushing northwards into Northern Europe, into places like England and Scotland, and many other places all throughout Europe as well. That's really what led to the Protestant Reformation, was these Sephardic communities in these different nations. But that's subject for another time. But, if you've been following my channel recently, you'll have noticed that I have this big fascination just all of a sudden, just seemingly just comes out of nowhere, with like Achilles and the Trojan War and Alexander the Great. How many videos have I made just over the last week or so just on Alexander, or somehow themed around him, and the Hellenistic expansion eastwards into Babylon and the Persian Empire as it was back then, into India. This great visionary Alexander the Great, who wanted to pull the whole world together and unify it. We still haven't even achieved that vision even today. In fact, we seem to be heading, quite frankly, in the opposite direction.
This was a great man. A great man.
This convergence of cultures and this exchange of philosophies and ideas. I'm sure that will come eventually, but my God, one thing about humanity, we don't have to believe in doing things the fucking hard way. It's frustrating to say the least. But yeah, Academy of the Hellenes, that's going to be focusing on three authors predominantly, namely Michael Tazarian, Commons Beaumont, and David Icke. And I emailed Michael the other day, and I did actually tell him that I'm going to be using his Irish origins, and he never got back to me. Well, in the words of Plato, your silence gives consent. I'm not surprised. I think I've pretty much been blackballed by Michael Tazarian ever since I told Mr. Whitehead exactly what the fuck I thought of him for jerking me around and wasting my time like that.
Who? Benny Blanco. You remember Benny Blanco from the Bronx?
That little piece of shit from the other...
No, not that guy. Oh, no. Fuck him.
I still encourage people to go watch Unslaved. I don't hold grudges to that extent. Learn wherever and however you can. The last time I tried to subscribe to Unslaved, it wouldn't even accept the card payment, so I've really been blackballed from there. But, that's all right. I don't really care about that. I never particularly liked David Whitehead, to tell you the truth. And the last 2 or 3 times I was on that show, Michael was ducking me anyway, so he clearly doesn't like me. Well, you know what? I don't fucking care. I think his information is still important, and I'm still going to use his books, namely, predominantly, Irish Origins of Civilization, Volume 1 and 2. I still listen to his Red Ice Radio interviews. If you have something to bring to the table, it really matters nothing to me whether I like you or not. It's the information in the end that matters. Your ego is worth very little in the grand scheme of things, so I'm going to be focusing on those two, secondary channels and putting them up on X. I should have been on this way quicker. I'm kind of mad at myself that it took me this long to figure out the way to go about things. But this is the time when information, I think, really needs to get out there. We're now living in, or very close to, the age of Aquarius, which is the age of sharing, of groups, of collaboration, especially on things like social media, because Aquarius rules technology and alternative thinking and kind of outside the box ways of thinking. So, to really tap into that becomes necessary, and yeah, I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so I think I'll wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.